Okay, hello, everyone. Welcome, Lynn. Thanks for joining. I can use your help today. This is going to be a fun roller coaster of things. Before I move on, though, before we move on, 3 more days to get free frankincense. They extended it into January, which is wild. And if you've already placed an order this month, you can call customer service 800-411-8151. I'll put that in the notes and top off your order. So someone called me earlier today. They had an order for 175 PV. They said, "Oh my God, I'm close, but I already placed my order." No problem. Call customer service. They'll help you top off your order. If you do it on your own, you will not get the frankincense if you just place another order. If you've done that, and I try and catch it by looking through in the back office, but if you've done that, then I'll be reaching out to you, or you can reach out to me, and I can see if my account manager can use her bigger magic wand and fix it. All right, so Lynn and I have been talking about this off and on for a while. And Lynn's done some great postings in this group, in our private customer Facebook group. So the holidays have happened. We get off course. We're traveling. We're busy. We have house guests. We have parties. We have dinners. Our routines get all crazy. So let's get back on track. There's a big spike this year, in if you believe the stats, in cold and flu cases around and whatever crud around the country. So I want us all to stay healthy, all right, strong. It's also important to get quality sleep. Help your muscles and joints recover if you're back working out again. I took a little hiatus from working out. Lynn and I talked about this too. And so, we want you to reduce inflammation as well as kill the crud. All right. So I want to talk today with Lynn and anyone else who jumps on or comments about what's your routine? What are you doing each day? Let's make it non-negotiable so that we stay strong, so we support our bodies. And the added benefit is aging backward. You know what I mean? I want to grow old gracefully. I don't want to grow old decrepit. So, first thing I do in the morning before I get out of bed, and I fell off this wagon too, I put balance on. All right. I have a roller tap on this. This one's similar to the ones that doTERRA sells. Got it on Amazon, link on my website, rainyray.com, under the supplies section. I love this. It's grounding, but it has so many other benefits, which today is not about, but one of which is it got really good benefits for your blood. So I put this on the bottoms of my feet, back of my neck. It's pre-diluted. So what does that mean? It's already got coconut oil in it. So I grabbed that first. Some people on our team who have issues where they're wanting to balance their hormones back, whether it's premenopause, menopause, postmenopause, just normal hormone stuff, Clary Calm. Some people start their day with this. I love this if I feel my hormones are out of balance. Remember, Clary Calm is not diluted. So if you want to, you can make additional rollers from it. It's called the monthly blend for women. All right. Really, really good for if you need to balance your hormones in the morning or in the evening. Um, and then I go into the kitchen and I start the diffuser. I put On Guard and Lemon in my diffuser in the kitchen. What do you put in, Lynn?
Um, Always on guard. Lately we've been doing breeze because we're in the cold season. Help my
Brilliant.
husband. I find it really relaxing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I mean, that's where we hang out. We have coffee. Tom's doing a workout. My office is adjacent to the kitchen. The it kills any cooties that are in the house, the in the air. It helps us to build up our immune system. The next thing I do is I take an Adaptiv. I want my day to start nice and calm. I don't want anything, especially in the start of my day, to tip my day over into feeling anxious, overwhelmed, or any of those other things. Because how you start your day really sets the tone. So I always take an Adaptiv in the morning. Then um, Another thing I do every single day is put on an immune roller on the bottom of my feet. Tom does the same. I got this cute little stand from doTERRA, and you can see here I have the immune bomb. I have ID, which is infectious disease from Symphony of Cells. You can look at the recipes in this group, and I have flute with two T's. We rotate them. I put them in these bigger bottles so that I don't have to mix them up as often. Um, what's your go-to immune roller, Lynn?
I have to admit, I haven't used one. So
Ah,
it's the new
okay.
year.
Yep.
And so I'm incorporating these things.
Cool. Yeah, I did not when I first started out with doTERRA, and I would take On Guard. My first go-to was just take On Guard and put it on the bottom of my feet. And anyone who wants to do that, fabulous. Your feet are tough. They can handle the oils neat. Okay. And then as I progressed and learned about these wonderful oils to help our bodies get over various things and to kill various crud, um, then I made rollers. The next thing I do is go
Can I
ahead.
stop you?
Yes,
You had told me to use an immune roller when you're traveling. Tell us what that is.
there is one that is called the Kills roller that our friend Lisa Zimmer created. And let me see if I can find that.
Or post it in the group later.
Kill
I made
roller.
it
If
and
it pops
used it
right
while
up,
we
we're
were
in
there.
luck. If not, we'll find it later.
Okay.
Um,
Mhm.
Here it is. So when she travels all over the world, she does the kill roller, which is 20 drops each of thyme, oregano, tea tree, arbor vitae, and melissa. This roller will kill almost anything. So if you feel something coming on, I would roll it on the bottoms of your feet if you're traveling 3, 4 times a day, along with taking, gargling with On Guard and water. Because if you don't take any other oil with you when you travel, you got to take On Guard. Um, so that is that one. Cool. All right. The the next thing I do is I have these little bowls that I measure out Tom's and my supplements in. Some people will do a week ahead. Some people, whatever, do even more ahead. I just fix them each morning. It's kind of my routine that's almost like therapeutic. Okay. So, Tom and I both had been taking the VMG and then MetaPower Advantage. I'll talk about that later. But the VMG Tom takes later in the morning. I used to take it first thing in the morning, okay, with my other supplements. I have recently switched over, and the VMG you would take with the omegas, 3 omegas. I recently switched back over to our Lifelong Vitality. So that's our original supplements, the Alpha CRS and the VMZ, the Microplex VMZ. I've been having some skin issues and I want to make sure that I'm not having a reaction to the VMG. I've loved it. Tom loves it. It is great for my feel good, heal good, stay strong, but I want to see what's going on. So, uh, and then other supplements, always taking your probiotic, always taking your Terrazyme, whatever is on your list. When do you do your supplements, Lynn?
I do them all in the morning, otherwise I forget.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's why VMG is so helpful.
You have to
One and
take them.
done. Yeah.
Yeah. I take the omegas, everything.
Yep.
I also take magnesium.
Oh, nice.
That helps your body absorb calcium. My doc says don't take calcium because it can create buildup.
Yep.
So, yeah, I take a probiotic, um, magnesium. I take extra vitamin D because I'm in
Yep.
a
Me
northern
too.
climate. In the summertime, I can back off because I'm out in the sun, more active. Um, Trying to think. I think that's it, but I used to do Adaptiv twice a day. I'm happy to report after 4 years, my life is in order, so I don't feel I have to reach for it all the time, but it's there.
Yay. Yay. It is there and it works fast. Yeah, I love that. Just as an aside, if you look at the price of our VMG and go, well, you know what? Everybody's talking about it and I cannot put it in my budget. Let me tell you that the Lifelong Vitality, okay, the 3 bottles of capsules is $88. Times are hard right now. The economy is rough right now. If you want to take a half dose, that's what Tom and I started with of the Lifelong Vitality. You're much better off than taking other brands like from GNC or the health food store or whatever. So reach out, we can talk about it because there's really affordable ways to do this. Doing some is better than doing none. So, um, all right, then throughout the day, water, water, water. Okay, and I put in my water, I love to put in, let me see if I grabbed it and brought it out here. I love to put in the Revitazen, the new detox oil. I love to put in lemon. I love to put in MetaPower for metabolic support. And I always, always put citrus oil and once a day, always put lemon in. Okay. The reason for that is lemon, if you do nothing else oil-wise, lemon in your water at least once a day will help to clean out your kidney, colon, and liver. It helps to break down the microparticles of plastic that we now all know that we're absorbing. Lemon, lemon, lemon is incredible. Okay. Um, the next thing, and mentioned earlier, our collagen. Okay. I love our collagen. I was taking a bovine collagen for decades. Our collagen, I saw results from within the first week. Tom took 3 weeks. He's my 3 week guy. Okay. Um, so I like to take this later in the morning if I'm around. If not, I'll bring it with me and I'll put this in about 8 ounces of water and just chug it. It used to be I would sip it through the day. I would put it in with our probiotic and with our electrolyte, and it was a power punch, and we were all doing it wrong. Okay. So there's things in our collagen, the NMN, and things like that you got to get them in you fast. Can't let them sit in water. That's why it's in a powdered form. So I mix and drink this during the day. What are your oils in water that you like, Lynn?
Right now, I'm taking peppermint
Ooh,
as
yummy.
my start in the morning. Um, Dibble dabbling, what's the other one I use? Uh, I go between Digessan. I'm
Love
trying
it.
to think what the other one is. I'll go look after. I
Yeah,
want
no
to I
worries.
want to do a shameless plug though for the Omegas. December 2024, my husband and I started with the whole system. Within 6 months, I'm diabetic, but I'm diet controlled. When I went to see my doctor and he tested, he said to me, "What are you doing? Because your cholesterol is different." My first response was, "Good or bad?" Good. So what he said to me is taking the 3 omega every day for 6 months, he saw a discernible difference in an increase in the good cholesterol and dropping the bad cholesterol. The quality of this product, I believe, is better than any other.
Yep, that's our
Yes.
omegas. It's
Yeah.
hard to find a good omega.
Yeah. And so, without question, um, I take that. Now, a question I have for you is castor oil. Can
Ah,
we, can we add that in
I use
or
castor oil
topical?
I'm new to castor oil.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just preface it with that.
Hmm.
I stayed away from it. I didn't like the smell. I didn't like the feel. I didn't like anything about it. Our castor oil is still thick, but it's not sticky gunky. Our castor
Hmm.
oil is very mild in terms of aroma. Some people take it internally
Hmm.
on the boards and stuff. It's been said that taking it internally can really flush you out. Um,
Okay.
I use it topically at night primarily, and I have the big roller that I put in castor oil and like for other skin oils, frankincense, copaiba, myrrh, helichrysum, and I roll it on my arms and my face and my neck and my chest. Then anything that's on my hands, I rub on my feet. I've been loving it. So, how are you using it?
I have been using it on my face. When I was traveling, I found that the places we were staying were very dry,
Oh,
and I use goat's milk lotion on my face.
I
It
love your
wasn't
goat's
enough.
milk lotion.
Yeah, but it wasn't enough.
Hmm.
And exposed to a bunch of other toxins, my skin was doing weird things. So putting the castor oil on top, and that really helped.
Makes sense because they say one of the benefits of castor oil is to lock in moisture.
Mm.
So what we're doing with your wonderful goat's milk lotion or the doTERRA hydrating cream, which I love, is I'll layer that one or the other of those under with whatever oils. Or if I'm going to put on the castor oil, I forego the other oils at night and then just use the
Hmm.
castor oil that has it mixed in. So easy.
Yeah. Yeah, I will
Yeah.
say we made a goat's milk lotion. Margaret did that was wonderful with frankincense in it, which is great for
Hmm.
your face. And citrus. We're not out in the sunshine a lot right now,
Right.
and that seems to be probably we'll add some myrrh and some other things in there because it really seems to be working differently.
Many people use castor oil for belly button oiling.
Oh.
And so you put a wee bit of castor oil in, lay down, put a wee bit of castor oil in your navel,
Hmm.
drop of whatever oil like frankincense, or if you're detoxing, Revitazen, or whatever it might be you're working on. Some people just stay laying down and leave it like that and it absorbs in. Some people put a patch on, similar to a Band-Aid. A lot of people use castor oil packs. So it's a padded area of cotton that you then have straps around so that you can put it over your liver, and very good to put castor oil on that pack and on that part of you and hold it there with warmth, because that pack would keep it from moving. Um, Lots of uses for castor oil. I'm just starting to, get
Hmm.
into it.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I'm liking what I'm experiencing though.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So then, daytime diffusers. I am in love with Shinrin Yoku or Adaptiv in my office. I am totally in love with doing peppermint and wild orange, and adding rosemary when I'm in my office. Rosemary, which is going to be our freebie when we renew our accounts starting this year, is so good for focus. Um, what are your daytime go-tos beside our On Guard and Breathe?
Uh, Interesting thing is, I run on guard through the fall and the winter, except for the break we had at Christmas. Um, and I think it's affecting my husband's immune
Cool.
response, i.e., it's lowered it when we do not have it on. I'm wildly addicted to the On Guard.
Yeah.
Um, I can't seem to get away from it. It's very settling for me.
Yeah.
With the breathe, it really tends to open up. Um, I've tried wild orange. I use wild orange on a dryer ball
Ah,
instead of a fabric sheet, which helps a lot. But I haven't played around too much because I like one smell, so I get addicted and stay with it.
I love
So
that.
you have to tell me more
Yeah.
combinations.
I love that. Yeah. Shinrin Yoku to me in the office is lovely because I feel like it brings the goodness of the outdoors in, but it's also very calming and it's also very focusing. So, it's Japanese forest bathing and all of that, but so many good combos for diffusers that you could go crazy, you know. Um, so evening. Let's switch to evening for a moment. All right. So, first of all, um, when I know I'm going to have a big meal, or when I know that I'm going to have a meal that's not so healthy for me, I pop a Metapower Assist beforehand. All right. I do not have diabetes, it's in my family. But I know that blood sugar spikes are not good. They age you, they're bad for your skin, bad for everything. So this will even out those blood sugar spikes if I'm having what I would call an unhealthy meal or a big meal. Okay, many people take it every day. Many people take it twice a day. Um, I take now that I'm back on the Lifelong Vitality, I do those capsules at night. Um, and I also do and I didn't bring it out here, Mito to Max in the evening. That's to help support mitochondria, and our cells need to stay strong for every reason. And that's really good for that. I started Tom on it. Um, Diffusers in the evening. Tom loves Island Mint. Okay, loves it. So, Island Mint is a blend that we don't get on our regular product, offerings. And whenever it's been offered, I always buy up all I can afford. It smells like a combination of being on the islands with the citrus and a little bit of floral, but not much, and those kinds of things mixed in. So a lot of times I'll put that in the diffuser while we're prepping dinner and relaxing after dinner. Otherwise, on guard and breathe, you know, right? And you're on guard and breathe in the evening, I'm sure.
We put it in the bedroom so
Yep,
that we're going to sleep with it on.
yep.
Find it very restful to unwind with it. Um, we're indoors, we're in the north, so it was warm last week. I could get some fresh air in, but just to make the room smell better.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
I love
freshen
that.
everything up.
I'm on my feet a lot um, when I'm not on the computer. So whether it's morning walks, whether it's training with the dogs, whether it's deployments. So after dinner, before I start to really just put my feet up, I take, and I didn't bring it out here, the deep blue stick, all right, which has copaiba in it, and I run it on my shins and my calves and my quads. Or I'll take the deep blue rub, which I love. Okay, I love the stick. Tom's a stick guy. Okay, convenient and wonderful. And then I put a couple drops of copaiba in my hand. And these are dropper tops for those who don't know or are newer. And oils that I use all the time, I just put a dropper top on it. So I'll take a couple of drops of copaiba, moosh that around in my hand with whatever remnant of deep blue, and go over where I had already been. Okay. If I have some significant discomfort, tense muscles, tired muscles, then I'll take a little also with that copaiba, another drop or two of deep blue oil, and put that over with the copaiba. It seems to up level. I mean, that's part of my routine almost every night. I mean, I just love it. And as I said, Tom loves the deep blue stick. He doesn't have to get it on his hands.
Mhm.
You know, it's
Mhm.
convenient. He has it in the shop. He has it in his work trailer. He has it everywhere. So,
Mhm.
yeah. And then I want to talk about sleep, okay? Because we can't be healthy. Our immune system can't be at its best. Our stamina, our recovery from, working our muscles, from illness, from anything, can't be at its peak without good sleep. And I was the kid who could fall asleep on the bus on the way to school. I mean, I could fall asleep anywhere. And then life got in the way, stress, all of that, and couldn't sleep for love nor money. Now I'm back to sleeping again. But it took using the doTERRA products in a pre-sleep routine for quite a while before my body said, okay, I'm back to being able to do that, to being able to sleep. Um, so pre-sleep routine, I think it's important because just like an athlete, you see a golfer, basketball player, football player, baseball player, whenever he or she is approaching the putt, the free throw, the bat, the whatever it is, they go through the same thing every time. Now, my pre-routine may be different for putting than yours, for example. Mine is different for sleep than yours. But that routine is what tells our body, okay, now I'm going to do this thing. So every night I set my diffuser. Every night I put in Serenity, Adaptiv, and Breathe. If we have something going on, I may add On Guard. Okay. Every night, if I have an airway issue, congestion, whatever, I roll on Siberian fir and lime. Airways, having them open is critical for good sleep. Okay. Even though earlier I've put on the deep blue, I love as part of my sleep pre-sleep routine to do, and I still have the old deep blue roller that doesn't come in the roller anymore. You can make your own. Deep blue, copaiba, and birch. If you don't have birch, use wintergreen. Okay. Um, Wonderful, just muscle chilling kind of a roller. I put on the bottoms of my feet and then again on the shins. Uh, the next thing that I love doing when I was using relaxing rollers, which I'm not using so much anymore, are sleep and calming roller. All right. Some people call it sit and chill. All this is equal parts of balance and serenity. Great for humans, great for dogs, great for horses, great for everybody. Okay. The other roller that was always a go-to for me was the was vetiver. Vetiver is in Serenity. All right. You can get vetiver is very, very, very thick oil. And so vetiver also comes in a roller pre-made from doTERRA. Vetiver gives me busy dreams. I go to sleep, but I'm busy all night. Busy, busy, not bad, not scary, just busy. So I add in juniper berry. So this is vetiver and juniper berry. So if there's 20 drops of vetiver in here, there's 10 drops of juniper berry. Top it off with coconut oil. Okay. The other thing that I really, really love are taking the Serenity and Copaiba soft gels, right? This one didn't, there we go. So some people take one and one, some people take two and two. It's really a tried and true for helping people go to sleep. Some people use Adaptiv at night to go to sleep. Okay, just to shut their brain off. I prefer it in the diffuser. And again, that Clary Calm roller, wherever I put it, the women's roller. Some people use this at night to stop hot flashes. So, what's your pre-sleep routine, Lynn?
Um, I've used the combination of the Serenity and the Copaiba. Lately I'm just using the Serenity. I find those work. Um, I don't know why, but I only recently started using the diffusers, and I'm finding that with deep breathing exercises puts my lights out in about 5 minutes.
Isn't it great? Yeah,
So yeah, just I think that my brain trains to go to the diffuser, and that tends to work
that makes
now.
sense.
Yeah. So now I can try adding some more things in, but definitely, and I've been giving my husband a copaiba.
Oh yeah. And the let me grab it. The Serenity stick, which
Mm,
has
hmm
valerian in it. This is marvelous. I travel with this. Um,
Yeah, I've used that on my feet. Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. And then speaking of sticks, and it's back in stock, past tense stick. So this, I love to use this for headaches, but this is also made to be used on any tension. It's a tension stick. So it gives you relief from headache. It can be used for muscle ache. So if you need to grab a couple of things when you're traveling, these two are multi-purpose. Because the Serenity sleep stick you can use during the day to calm down too.
Hmm.
So those are really pretty super cool. Yeah, I mean, the thing that I do when it comes to my diffuser is I take one of the um, FCO bottles from doTERRA with the pump, and you have to buy the pump, it's a couple bucks. When they're empty, I wash them out. And then I put in 2 bottles each of Serenity and Breathe and Adaptiv because one of those FCO bottles will hold 7 bottles of oil if you do the math. I love math. So then let's say I have been exposed to something or I feel a little congested or I feel something coming on. I can always add in On Guard. Um, I can always then put On Guard on the bottom of my feet. I can always then gargle with the On Guard. But this combo really helps Serenity for calming and for relaxation. The Adaptiv to shut my brain off.
So
And
you're saying you pre-mix all of these so you're ready for your nighttime routine.
right, so here, okay, here is a doTERRA bottle. This label, this one's empty. So this label you can peel off. All right, see, peeling off,
Mm-hmm.
right? All right. So and then that under label will come off. And then you just take lemon on paper towel and get the goo off.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now, you've got a clean bottle. that's been rinsed, washed because you don't want the oils in there from FCO. It doesn't have to be perfect. Life isn't perfect. I dump in two of each of these. So two of each of the Breathe, Serenity, and Adaptiv. And
Mm.
this can hold 7 bottles. So that's six. Now I can just take a pump or two or whatever and put it in my diffuser at night. I'm not jostling around with opening bottles, closing
Hmm.
bottles, counting drops.
Hmm.
It's boom done. Um, to me, easy is soothing,
Hmm. Hmm. And you're prepared.
and
So
you're
you've got it
prepared.
already.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. Just like I know almost every single morning in the diffuser goes On Guard and lemon.
Hmm.
Okay. Lemon to keep it clean and it's refreshing. On Guard to kill airborne pathogens and the cooties and help us with our immune. Do I need
And
some
how
extra?
much do you put in your
I
one
put a
drop of?
lot in my diffusers. I'll put probably 5 or so drops of On Guard and 3 or so drops of lemon. And then if I want to, I can add in 4 or 5 drops of Breathe. But
Got
I
it.
like my diffusers to be pretty strong.
Fragrant.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. Pack it
Two,
with
three
punch.
drops will do it. If you have pets and you're new
Mhm.
to diffusing around your pets, just use a drop or two of each. You're going to get a wonderful effect from it. And that way, then your pets can acclimate.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah. Anything else you think we didn't touch on in terms of just getting back in a basic routine?
No, I think we're all tired of Christmas and the overeating, and we need to get back. And a shameless plug, walking does a lot for your body.
Yep,
So never underestimate. Get your dogs out so you both get some good exercise.
yep,
But
yep.
yeah, we need to refocus and go forth.
Yeah, yeah. One of the big things that was a turning point for me getting healthy, the first thing that happened when I realized that I was in trouble, way before doTERRA, was I bought an Apple Watch. And the Apple Watch, I don't care if you have Apple Watch or an Android or this, it doesn't matter. Google, I don't care. It got me up and moving
Hmm.
because it would remind me on the hour to move. And in addition to that, I could track my steps. And and to me, it just made more sense than a Fitbit. And I then could push myself each day to do better. I don't compete against others. I compete against myself,
Hmm. Hmm.
So but the walking, because I used to do triathlons and all the things, I think walking and doing that with some strength training, that's the secret sauce.
Hmm. And
Yeah.
shameless plug for Jelly Roll. If anybody watches and your husband or yourself need to be
Love
motivated,
him. Yeah.
he's one of my favorites. His story is very interesting, but he's on Men's Health. And a plug for this man has not used any medication to lose his weight. He has done this through good nutrition and moving and walking. And you'll hear him say right at the beginning, because he's got videos, that it was hard for him to even walk. And then each day got a little bit better.
Yeah. And
But
he
if
was
y'all haven't
really,
looked,
really big.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think he lost, what was it, 250 or
Oh, it
300
has to over
pounds.
200 pounds. Yeah.
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 So
Yeah.
so that's good. It's the good old fashioned way. Just get out and move. Try to look at the latest release from the government that they've updated how we should be eating in a healthy way.
Love that.
Minimize your
Yes.
grains and eat a lot of vegetables and good proteins.
Yep.
A lot of water, of course, add lemon into it. That'll help you. Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's all get healthy together.
Yeah. And just get back into that nice routine together because if it's a habit, then we do it. And if I need to add something in, then I stack it with something I'm already doing. So if I'm making coffee in the morning and I want to remember to do something, I set it by the coffee maker. So that then in my little pea brain, I I marry them together.
Yep, good advice.
Yeah. All right, my friend. Thank you for joining everyone. Let's do it. All right. New year, new us. Let's just do it. If you need anything, reach out in the group, reach out to me directly. We're here to help and love helping. So, all right, everyone. Take good care. Thanks again, Lynn.
Have a great day,
You
everybody.
do the same. Thanks.